Hi friends, I'm Natalie Carey, a corrective exercise and women's fitness specialist, and I'm joined today by my really good friend, Nicolette and we're gonna be talking today about how to dress professionally as a personal trainer or as a fitness professional. For me, dressing professionally as a personal trainer is really important because when my clients come in, I want to give them an experience. I don't just want them to show up and do a workout. I want them to feel a certain way about the services that I'm providing for them. I also want to feel like they know that they're getting their money's worth, like they're showing up for a high value experience. And so dressing professionally helps me to give them more of that experience.
Yeah, and for me, how I dress and fashion is very much so representative of who I am, but also as a trainer, my brand, both in person and online. So the way I dress, really, I want to encapsulate who I am as a person, also who I am as a personal trainer, and my brand, Nicolette Wellness.
If you are into that, give us a like, subscribe to our channels. We're gonna link each other's channels in the description below so that you can find us. Nicolette has tons of postural videos on her channel, and I've got a bunch of modification exercise videos on mine.
The first thing I'd like to talk about today is the very obvious fact that all of women's fitness clothing is very tight. And that can be really uncomfortable. Personally, as both people who have worked on camera as well as in person, tight clothes can sometimes feel very uncomfortable if you're PMSing, if you're on your period, any day of the week, it doesn't really matter.
If you exist as a human being.
Right now I'm in a phase of wearing lots of men's clothing, like outer layers and t-shirts, and so I like to bring that into my fitness clothing. It's a nice way to pair tight leggings, but then having oversized jackets, sweaters, even shirts to help balance that out. Makes me feel so much more comfortable than wearing all tight clothing.
And something that I just thought of is that the gyms that we work in and the fitness industry in general are very male dominated, very male saturated. And so having bigger clothing or bringing in pieces that were designed for males, I don't know, it just like brings a little bit more masculine energy to each of us. When I'm thinking about putting together an outfit, I will think about coordinating colors, like, do I have a shoe that matches the top that I'm wearing? Or I'll think about a theme, like I wanna exude this certain holiday, or like one time I dressed up as Rosie the Riveter because it was an election day at work. Or
so on brand.
Right, picking an item that you wanna dress around, like a jacket that you really love, or shoes even that you just really wanna show off, and just planning an outfit all around that one item.
Sometimes it's a bright day. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, I wanna go neon, or I wanna go bright colors. Other days I wanna go super sleek, black and white only, or a very neutral day where it's tans and whites.
Yeah, like I've definitely done days when it's rainy and gloomy outside and I'll dress cozy and comfy, and then other times where it's the same weather and I will want to bring a little brightness to the day, so I'll wear my neons and my yellows.
Now, one other thing I've noticed as someone who's trained in a facility where there's not only personal trainers but there's also physical therapists is you might notice that physical therapists don't wear fitness clothing. They're wearing business casual clothing. Now, I'm not saying you have to wear business casual clothing if you're a personal trainer, but if we think about physical therapy as a whole, their price point, the type of clientele they're bringing in, the environment that they're creating, which is more clinical, kind of sparks this idea that, oh, maybe I should also bring that similar vibe through what I'm wearing. For example, what Natalie's wearing is a perfect example of that, is that she's wearing basically a casual blazer over her fitness clothes.
I think physical therapists are really good at selecting clothes that have a lot of stretch so that they can move with their clients, but also look really professional, like they can go to a medical conference and learn with other people at the medical level. That didn't make any sense.
Well, we don't do that, so that's not
we don't do that. We don't know. I also get a lot of inspiration from characters that I see in movies or television, and then also celebrity looks. Like I did not a series, but I've done several looks inspired by Oscar dresses.
Oh, yes.
Yes, like it's also a great way to think, oh, I wasn't thinking about pairing like these pieces together, but I saw that Florence Pugh had this look, or The Rock had this look, and now I can mimic that and it actually makes a really great outfit.
Yeah, and I kind of do a similar thing but with my own fashion and my own clothes. So whereas Natalie's pulling from like celebrity looks, I pull from my daily looks. So like I said before, a lot of my current fashion right now is really inspired by menswear. I love men's outerwear. And so I'm wearing bigger clothing with like smaller tops, things like that. And I take that same philosophy and idea and just bring it into my fitness clothing. So a lot of my outfits, so like this top, this jacket, these shoes, I would wear this with a pair of jeans. I would basically just switch my jeans out for leggings.
I do the same thing. I pick a lot of jackets, blazers, sweaters that I will pair with jeans, and I'll wear them to the gym. I also have a lot of tops that I wear interchangeably.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't have a lot of fitness only clothing aside from some of my leggings, but even my leggings I sometimes dress up with a nice coat and wear it with better other shirts. So there isn't a huge difference in my closet between the two. And I think since we've been on the floor with clients for so many years now, that we've been able to like, oh, that's right, our work fashion doesn't have to be much different from our daily fashion.
Yeah.
It really is very much so the same.
I think if you can move in a piece of clothing that you like, then you should be able to wear it as part of your work outfits.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. If this was fun or interesting to you, please give it a like, subscribe to our channels. We're gonna link each other's channels down in the description below. Also, if you wanna share how you dress professionally as a fitness pro, please put that into the comments. I would love to hear from other personal trainers. Yeah, I wanna hear what your inspiration is. I wanna use you for inspiration. I'm Natalie Carey, this is Nicolette. Thanks for watching.